hope the sound is fine and is okay enough. Okay, welcome everybody. And so we're talking about what is happening in the cryptocurrency market and what we should expect in the month of August. We know basically I've been doing more of this. We've been having more of market reviews, specifically in details in the CME sessions, whereby I give us an overview of what to expect, like a market overview over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in a month. And we've been having a 90 to 95% accuracy on our reports of what we should expect regarding Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market as well as what you should expect and what we should anticipate over time. And and a couple of us have been reaching out to me, expecting and waiting for my overview for the month of August. So definitely, we are actually going to be having a CME session for this month, which anyone can is a free event which we're going to be holding probably in the next couple of days. The designs and announcements will be out on the Telegram channel, and in the session, I'm actually going to be going into a very detailed expectation, like what you should expect in the next 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in this month regarding Bitcoin and crypto, as well as giving us specific dates, same as I did last month as well. I'm going to be doing that in the CME session. But however, I'm going to give us a brief rundown to understand what has been going on and what is happening right now, and how we can actually take advantage of the opportunities that are lying in the cryptocurrency market right now. Now, I remembered one of the first things I started telling us from the beginning of this year is that the crypto markets this year is totally different from the past cycles. And anybody who 100% bases his or her prediction, as many influencers are doing, 90% of them are basing their prediction based on just past happenings. They are going to be 60% accurate and 40% inaccurate. And that's what we are seeing happening over YouTube, Twitter, and you see some persons giving one prediction, going against their prediction the next day, trying to shift the goalposts, and they get confused and they predict one thing, something that's happened, and you see all that kind of confusion, and a lot of newbies and young people are being confused out there. And that is one thing. And I've been in the beer season since 2016 beer market and 2018, 19 beer market and what have you as well. But this beer cycle is totally different from every other beer cycle. One of the things is this is the first beer cycle where we had a war attached to it. We have economic crisis attached to it, unlike every other beer cycle. So a lot is happening this year that is totally different from other years. So, and number three is the last beer cycle. Beer cycle takes a couple of months to about years. It takes there's a duration of every beer cycle. Whether it's be it in the stock market, be it in the global market. There's a bearish cycle duration for every bearish cycle. And the last beer cycle of cryptocurrencies, which was I think that was 2017 cycle from 2018, 19. The beer cycle, the predictions that was given in 2018 as per how long the bear cycle should last did not last exactly. It didn't last exactly. So because of that, there was an imbalance in the bearish cycle of the markets. And that imbalance is what led to what we saw in the bullish run by 2021 and the bearish move in 2022. Therefore, this creates what we call a catastrophic state of confusion for many influencers, for many people who were predicting from back then into now, because the market is totally different. I know some people ask me, well, how are you able to know what is going to happen in the next 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks? And I say it's basically a confluence of all these things. I listen to both people who are saying the market is going to go to trash, those who are saying it's going to go to up. I listen to everything and I try to derive meaning out of every nonsense and every sense. I just see the weakness and the strength of everybody, and I try to ignore the weakness and pick the strength and come up with my own thesis based on, and I use a lot of sentimental forecasting, intuitive analysis, as well as adding both weak off schematics and other technicals and put it together to come into my conclusion of what we expect in the market. Now, First off, the USD 30 is at a resistant level currently. Nasdaq is at a resistant level currently. Like even Ethereum as well is at a resistant level. Ethereum had a crazy run as well, even faster than Bitcoin. Way faster than Bitcoin. Now US 30, the Nasdaq, Ethereum, these three are all in a resistant level, and BTC itself is definitely is not really like in a resistant level. BTC is what I call in an indecisive state. The reason BTC is an indecisive state is because of these three assets I just mentioned are all on resistant levels. And if these three assets breaks and flip their resistant levels, we are going to see BTC definitely getting to 27,000 to 28,000. Around that rate should be the like last leg up, because I like last month I drew a week up schematics for us, and I told us that Bitcoin is in what we call an accumulation schematics, and I showed us the levels and how each of the massive movement that happened in the market and what you should expect. And I told us that when the last week of August, the schematics is going to end, and we'll begin what we call a redistribution schematics. And they were like a lot. I saw hundreds of influencers and say analysts who were actually saying that what I was referring to as an accumulation schematics was a redistribution schematics to them. But it turned out that what they were saying was actually wrong. I don't know why, but definitely what me I was seeing was accumulation schematic, and that's what we saw play out. And I told us that at the end of the accumulation schematic, they will begin what we call a redistribution schematics. And I know I haven't like been coming up on steady, so probably in the CME event, I'm gonna show my charts live. I think I only showed those who are in the private groups. I spent, but those who are in the trading group, I actually sent it to them. But I'm going to be sharing it, picking it from the trading group and sharing it live for everybody, so you can see like the exact levels where the redistribution have already started from last week, and we are currently in between stage 2 and stage 3 of the redistribution. And the stage 3 is going to take like the first week of August or the second week of August, and then the last stage is going to take us the last week of August. So I'm going to show us where we should expect this key level and key dates in the CME session. But however, let's have this understanding that these assets are in this level, so we want to like watch out for this asset, because another thing you want to know is that currently Ripple took Ethereum to the courts. Ripple took Ethereum is dragging Ethereum to the courts because of the cases they are having with the SEC. A lot of cases. Ripple has been having a lot of cases with them being a security or not being a security with the SEC in the US, and there was this information that Ethereum was a security way back from 2014, and right now Ethereum is no longer a security, and all this bamboozle all over in SEC, and so that is like a lot of negative news for the markets and for Ethereum and what is happening right now in the courts. And in the federal level in the United States. And then we have the what we call, is it Pelosi event? We have the Pelosi event also, which is happening in China, in Taiwan, China. They like and we're having US intervening for Taiwan, and we are having China sending a message to the US that they should not intervene. That if they intervene, there's a possibility of a World War III, which nobody wants a World War III. I think if you get on Twitter, you should see that trending a couple of days ago. So the global, there's like a World War III already glooming behind the scene. There's a possibility it might not take place. They might come to peace, but we're having delegates from US already going down to Taiwan as I speak, as of the time me doing this video already. So there is a Taiwan, the China case already issued. Then there's the case of Ripple dragging Ethereum to the courts. It's already there. And then we are expecting that the same housing market crash that happened in 2008, that same housing market crash might take place in this year, and within the month of August and September we should start having a decline, because the housing market is already getting to like the climax resistant level whereby the bubble is about to burst again, and therefore we might start receiving this like coming lower. I think it's going to be much more effective. Like the housing market crash is going to happen so much either in the later part of this year, Q4 of this year, or the early part of this year. And when I'm speaking about a housing market crash, it's not just going to affect just like the global market is like the US market or the first world countries, it's going to go down to third world countries. Like it's going to go down to third world countries. It's going to go down to countries like even like Nigeria and stuff. Like the housing market that which is the real estate market is going to plummet very well. So it's going to like, it's like for people who want to like get involved in real estate. I mean, from next year it's going to be, you're going to get real estate very cheap, very cheap. Q1 of next is going to be crazily cheap than it is right now. That's that for people who want to get involved that. So, but I'm just like I'm talking about macro perspective and how is happening right now in the market, what we should expect now. And one of you should understand is when the market is bearish, there are always bearish market rallies. There are bearish market rallies that take place whenever the market is deep. There's bearish market rallies, and if these bearish market rallies will go like 100%, 200%, like we're seeing already in Ethereum as well. Now, if Ethereum flips its current resistance, we're going to see Bitcoin follow as well, follow likewise, because right now Ethereum has been leading that trend. So we want to see that flip. We want to see that flip. If we can get that flip of the US 30, the Nasdaq, the Ethereum, what is going to happen? Bitcoin is going to flow like that and just going to go like pam, pam, pam. But that doesn't mean that we aren't in a bearish market. We are still in a bearish market, but what we are seeing is just basically a redistribution playing out right now. And if the phase one, the phase two has played out, and we are currently in phase three. And phase three leg should take us to like above 25, 26, 27K and to 28K as well. And after that, we should actually going to get someone is saying, thank you, sir, for recommending The Big Short. Yes. I think I did that tweet on Twitter. Three movies every trader should watch. It's going to give a perspective of the market that most people don't have. You understand like the kind of mindset I have, the way I like view the markets, and what happens in the market, and why I talk about why I do not just want to like, I don't like have the general bias everybody's having. Why some people, and why if some people, I think we're going to like do a session where I'm going to talk in details about those movies. Like some people, if you notice in the movie, being too early can discourage a person. Like the market's going to be bearish, and you're too early saying the market's going to go bad, it's going to go bad, and you're waiting, and yes, it's not going bad, and then there's some people who say it's not going to go bad, it's going to go up, and so those people are going to win short term. And like what I made us understand is how to understand everything, like both the short term, the long term, everything. That's basically what I am doing with this like sentiment I'm giving to all like on the short term. And I think in this month of August, I'm going to be like coming more live on YouTube, and probably every week I might give a heads up and overview of what you should expect across all these assets, across Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some cryptos. Probably I'm going to talk USD 30, Nasdaq, as well as some currency pairs, and how each of these things correlates with each other, so you just know what is expected to happen, as well. Okay, guys, I think with this is already giving us heads up of what you should understand, like what is happening right now in the market. I talked about the events in between China and Taiwan, the US. I talked about the Ethereum case with Ripple. I talked about the housing markets, kind of what you should expect. I talked about bear market rallies and what flows with it. I've talked about USD 30 and on all this sentiment. Now let's go into like, there is a token. I think I've been posting about this token from when I did the $5,000 to $50,000 trade challenge with I actually came out live. I said I'm going to reveal the first part of that portfolio for everyone for free, and the rest is just going to be for those in the private DAO, which is the VIP private group. It's just going to be for them. And among the first projects I mentioned about Rich City, which is actually going to like move out to hold. And I told us that it's going to take less, probably about a month or so, for them to move over, and we should get some good information then. So you don't want to like buy too much, but you want to like risk a little amount of money. It's not a financial advice, but you want to risk a little amount of money. Like that's basically what I'm doing, having that. And currently, I think I posted some updates. They have migrated from being Rich City to Hold Hotel or so, or Hold Life, and they are currently doing their launch is in like 3 hours. So every single person who bought, when I actually talked about, what you want to do is you want to follow up on their channel, follow up on their Twitter, and they've already migrated all your tokens have been migrated and dropped. You've gotten the equivalent of your Rich City in the new tokens as well, and they're going to be launching. And probably the launch might do very well. We could see like a 500% or maybe a 1,000%. I do not know. I can't like put a figure around it, but I believe the launch should do so well. There's a lot of things going on behind the scene. Drew is a very amazing dev and founder. Is very visionary, and there's a lot of I think they also they've been able to hire Yilong Mi. Yilong Mi is actually the Chinese Elon Musk. He looks so much like Elon Musk. He's the Chinese Elon Musk, and having him on the whole hotel, the whole city is actually a huge partnership, and a lot of partnership they have lined up as well. So long term, the project is actually very, very, very bullish. And if you could get a good price upon listing, probably you could make some little exits. But however, those of you who like did what I said earlier on should actually see some good profit in whatever pump like now. Remember, in the crypto market, whatever goes up usually come down, and there will be retracement opportunities as well for entries as well. So that's definitely the head stop for today. I hope this. I don't want our sessions to be too long. It's probably what I'm doing on YouTube as well, and I actually got an audio mic to actually help the sound of what I'm doing become more should I say makes more sense. So I don't know. I would like to know our views about the sound. Is the sound making more sense to us? Is the sound cool? I'm actually making use of the audio. Using make use of the sound as well. So let me know about the sound in the comment section if the sound makes so much sense as well. So guys, that's the update and basically what we should use the information given to make so much benefits and take the right actions for ourselves. Bye for now, fam, and see you all later. Remember, like we always say, if the student be ready, the shifu will appear. I'm looking at just um some questions. Someone is saying, what about Belex? Well, I actually gave a heads up. I think you guys should try to be more focused on whenever a YouTube session is going and turn on your notification. I gave a heads up when I was selling off every token I had. That was like a week or 2 weeks ago. I said I'm selling off every token I have. I talked about that as well. So when I said I mean I'm selling off every token, then that was like a week or 2 weeks. I actually did that. So everybody who keyed in before the market dip and with the dive, because I expected a dive across every other asset. Then that was, I think that was on a Sunday or so before Monday, and then we had a dive and Bitcoin dipped aggressively as well for about 340 and every other altcoin as well. So I actually did that as well. The migration is automatic. So join their groups and like follow up on their update as well. So probably personally myself, I'm actually looking out. If we get like a 5x, I don't need to tell you if you should sell or not. You know what to do. We are all matured. Bye for now, fam. I don't want this to be too long.